Man, what's a brother to do? There's so many conference sessions to choose from this year, I just don't know which one to attend next. I mean, all the sessions look so good. Man, it's like women. Too many choices, too little time. Crap. Look at the time. I guess I better head back over to the convention center before the next set of presentations start. I guess I'll figure out which session I attend on the way over. Hey, what, look, what, hey, Nene, is that you? You know I'd recognize those legs from anywhere, girl.
Oh, Nate. Hey, boo. I didn't even see you over there. What's good?
Chillin', chillin', baby, chillin'. Cooler than a polar bear's toenails. I'm cooler than a fan. You know how we do. Seriously, though, I'm trying to figure out what conference session I should go to next.
Don't worry, boo. You know I got you. We'll figure it out on the way back to the convention center, but we need to hurry up. We only have a few minutes.
Yeah, I like the way you think, Nene. Let's make like a bad check and bounce.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe we could check out that presentation on early childhood literacy. Books and babies? What's not to like?
Shoot, I'm only interested in kids if we're talking about the ones you and I are gonna make one day, baby. You know what's up.
Boy, stop. Don't be nasty, Nate. Seriously, how about going to the session about using open source software in your library?
Dang, girl, slow down. Open source, eh? I could go for something techy, I guess, but maybe not open source. Too much of that stuff is free like kittens and not like free beer. You know what I mean?
Hurry up, Nate. It's time for the next session. Okay, so what have you decided? I really like the idea of attending something tech-related for a public library.
Well, that program you mentioned a second ago about video streaming and web conferencing on a budget sounds promising. We can try it. And if it sucks too much, we can always leave.
Forget Nate. And I could care less about web conferencing. The presenter, Jay Turner, oh, he is so hot. Oh, yeah. I totally want to learn more about web conferencing and video streaming on a budget. Let's go.
Look, Nene, we're just in time. They're about to get started now. Shh, shh.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the joint Como and SELA conference here in Macon. I took a look at the conference schedule, and there are a lot of really good presentations going on right now, so I'm honored that you decided to drop by and give my session a chance. I recognize a few familiar faces out in the audience today, but for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jay Turner, the Director of Continuing Education and Training at Georgia Public Library Service. Now, I've worked in public libraries for almost 14 years, with the past 6 years or so being in training, learning, and development. I particularly enjoy my work as a training director because it gives me an opportunity to do three things that I love, and that's using my creativity, exploring new technology, and working with people. And as you'll see today, it was a little creativity and some old school technology that allowed my agency to unleash a new layer of connectivity and collaboration between GPLS and Georgia's public libraries. So today I'm here to reveal to you our secrets in layman's terms. Let me start by telling you a quick story. When I began working at GPLS last year, one of the first projects that I undertook was to see how my agency could drastically reduce or eliminate teleconferencing costs for many of the business meetings that we host around the state. You see, about 4 times a year, GPLS and public library directors get together face-to-face in a different region in Georgia for a multi-day meeting. Now, these meetings are important. Executive committees get together. We have status reports given by GPLS staff. There's a lot of vital information that gets passed along to directors in the form of guest presentations. People make decisions. So at these meetings, real stuff gets done. However, not everyone is able to attend. We have 61 public library systems in the state, and as you know, Georgia is very geographically dispersed. With most libraries being confronted with stagnant or shrinking budgets, we've long since realized that GPLS would need to provide a form of remote participation for those directors who could not attend meetings. So during the more plush times, it wasn't a problem for GPLS to provide a dial-in 800 number so that the folks who were unable to attend the face-to-face meeting could still participate remotely. However, as we've had to deal with budget reductions, we've had to take a critical look at expenses just like everybody else. It became quickly obvious that we could no longer afford to float the tab for an 800 number, but at the same time we needed to continue to provide some means of remote participation to our face-to-face meetings. Now, you know me, I love a good challenge, so I was determined to find an effective alternative to using a toll-free teleconference bridge for our remote attendees to listen in on meetings. Now, this was a bit of a daunting task. I think it is safe to say that nothing can compare to the sound quality of a landline, and also remote attendees were used to not having to pay to listen in on conference calls. So I knew that whatever solution I identified needed to, at least at a bare minimum, it needed to have good sound quality, and also it needs to keep the remote participants' cost to zero. However, for me, that was setting the bar really low. I wanted to take remote participation to a new level. I wanted to leverage video and also other synchronous communication tools so that we could create a more effective remote participation experience. So I wanted to get beyond just audio and look at ways that we could leverage video and other synchronous communication tools. So I have to admit, I'm a bit of a tech geek, and I knew that there were several free and cost-effective software solutions available for video streaming and web conferencing. Now, if I could just somehow manage to secure the right computer hardware and accessories and also not spend any money, then I would be in business. When it comes to video streaming and web conferencing services, many decision makers believe that these solutions require high upfront hardware and software costs, but I'm here to tell you that that's not always the case. After I did tons of research, had some trial and error, and a bit of serendipity, I was able to cobble together a portable video streaming and web conferencing station that GPLS actually takes out on the road to provide high quality virtual access to our face-to-face meetings and presentations out in the field. And that station is made of older computer equipment that was literally or practically forgotten in a storage closet at GPLS. So like I said earlier, today I'm going to give you the details of the hardware and software we use to make streaming and web conferencing possible. We'll also talk about things that you need to consider in the physical environment to maximize the experience of your remote attendees, as well as you'll be able to hear a few success stories from public libraries here in Georgia that have managed to use streaming or video conferencing to support their organizational initiatives.